Hey, it's been a long time. Welcome back, Rally Miata. Welcome to the new shop. This is the first time it has been here. As I said in a previous video, it's just been sitting here waiting for the all-wheel drive swap, which is now kind of starting. Hey heater, fuck you. As you can tell, this poor car has seen better days. It's dirty, it's salty. The thing is that I was daily driving it in the winter, and then I stopped once it got nice out, and then I never cleaned it. I never did anything to it. It's seen better days. It's time to clean it up, make it a little bit more nice. There are a lot of things I want to do to this car before we plop the WRX drivetrain into it. The first thing, obviously, we just have to clean it up. The interior is pretty muddy. After that, I want to make a custom tubular front bumper instead of just having some off-the-shelf bash bars. Same thing with the back, make a tubular rear bumper. Get rid of the trunk-mounted spare and the roof rack and replace it with a half axle cage. I'm pretty much going to make my own roof rack that also extends down. The spare will mount over the rear window. On this front bumper, I'm also gonna have some more lights up front. I wanna go to a slightly smaller and less aggressive tire so we don't chew up our fenders anymore, and just so we can actually hit full lock and other things. I want to repaint it because the plastic dip has seen better days. I also want to fix all the rust. Underneath the car is kind of rusty. There's some rust on the rear bumper, on the fenders. We're gonna get the bottom side of the car sandblasted, repair all the rust, and then undercoat it. I'm getting rid of the snorkel, sorry, but it's not needed in a rally car. Get all the important steel stuff powder coated so they stop rusting. Get new fender flares, possibly new fenders because they're pretty cut up, and when we have smaller tires, we won't need as much clearance. I'm thinking about replacing the OEM hardtop with an aftermarket lighter hardtop. I want to put in new seats, get rid of the clunky Army center console, flock the dash, get new door cards, get a new steering wheel, short shifter, and we're doing all of that just so the interior feels better. It's a better sitting position, and it's just easier to drive. The one time I took this car to an actual rallycross event, I ended up bumping my elbow on the Army box like 10 times. I bumped my head on the roof so many times because these seats are way oversized for this car, and yeah. We're also gonna get a new exhaust, go over the engine a little bit more so it's running better, and convert it to E85 for more power and more fastness. Once that's done in a month or two, we will then put the WRX engine in it. And that's all we'll have to do. After that, it'll be an awesome rally car. The reason why we're doing all of this before doing the all-wheel drive swap is so we kind of spread out the cost, and so I can get some driving experience before going straight to the all-wheel drive, high horsepower chassis. The one thing I was always sad about the Rally Miata is that it was always like my cheap build. I never bought the nicest parts for it. I kind of just half-assed everything, which is why it's kind of rusty, it's kind of ugly, it's not super fast, and it's not as dialed as I'd want it to be. We are totally changing that this time around. We're doing everything super legit to make this thing fast, strong, reliable, everything that it wasn't. So yeah, let's get started by cleaning this thing up. I didn't know rust continued to rust when it sat in a garage, but it does. It definitely didn't look this bad last time I was here. Boy, did I miss this view and that sound. Smells so good. That was the easy part. Now we have to somehow manage to clean all the mud off of the interior, which is bed liner. I would just power wash it, but there's an ECU in here which is not waterproof. So that's probably not smart. I just found a lot of shit that I thought I had lost. My old laptop, my slider, or not my slider, my gimbal, and my suction cup mount. Those are all three really important things. I was like, damn, I can't believe I lost those. They were just in the back of the Miata. Anyway, we have to try to clean that up. It would be easy if it was a smooth surface, but since we bedlined the entire interior, it's like a bumpy surface. It's like trying to clean gravel. It's not very easy. And this is why these seats are terrible, guys. So don't do it. Attempt numero uno, a Swiffer Sweeper wet wipe. After a couple of different attempts, I discovered the best way to go about cleaning bed liner was to start off with a wire brush to loosen all the dirt, then vacuum it up, and then hit it with some Simple Green. It doesn't look amazing because it's actually starting to chip in some places. When I originally bedlined this interior, I did it because I wanted it to be stronger and I wanted it to be easier to clean. It is probably stronger than OEM paint, but it definitely is not easy to clean, and it's still not really strong. I actually wore a hole through it right where my clutch foot sat, and it started to rust right there. See how the clutch is right there? That's where my foot always sat when it was on the clutch, or when it wasn't on the clutch, and it wore a hole through the bed liner and it rusted. And it's kind of chipping, and yeah, so I would not recommend bed lining your interior unless if you got like a truck or something and you can like power wash it out. I'm probably gonna clean it up a bit and then get some mats, but I'm still gonna stick with the bed liner obviously because that would be way too hard to change. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the other side and then start with some other things. Looks like there's a ghost in the Rally Miata. Both sides of the floor are clean, door cards are clean, all the leather's clean, everything's clean. Ugh. It feels much better in here. It's definitely much better, but I still am not happy with it. I've just never really loved the interior in this thing. Don't really like the seats, don't really like the wheel. I don't like where I put the gauges. I don't like the color of the dash. Don't like the center console. I do really like the shift boot and the shift knob, but that's about all I like. It just needs a short shifter and it would be amazing. One thing I'm planning on doing with this car that I haven't been able to do on the blue Miata, because it's like a clean street car, is go full race car. I've always wanted to go full race car on a Miata, and I've never done it, so we're gonna do it. And most importantly, going to an aftermarket race car hardtop, which I'm really excited for. I know the aftermarket hardtops aren't great at rattling and aren't great at weather sealing, like they leak rain and they rattle a lot, but so does this one. And this one is heavy and in a terrible condition. And honestly, the aftermarket hardtops are so much cheaper that I can probably sell this one and buy the aftermarket hardtop for the same price, even though this one is in kind of a terrible condition. I also really want to get a new gauge surround because, well, the previous owner like sanded it and painted it, and it was a really terrible job, so it doesn't look good. Also want different door cards, but only the bottom section of the door cards. I like the leather top. Pretty much, I'm gonna flock the entire dash, flock the top of the door cards, and then do an aluminum door card on the bottom half. And then all my race car switches here, and like different boom, boom, boom. I'm excited. I'm doing this for the lols. Oh, damn, that looks good. Rally Miata is now a pavement princess, dog. Putting tire shine on off-road tires is a lot different because you have to get in between every nub. Let me know what you guys think about the paint color. I think the color that we have now is really awesome. It's a great color. It's kind of overused for off-road vehicles. It's popular, but I don't really care. But part of me wants to go with something different. But at the same time, we're gonna be getting it painted. We're not plastic dipping it, so it's kind of permanent. We could do army gray, like it is. We could do black, we could do white. I don't really wanna do white. Don't really wanna do black. We could do an army tan. We could also do like a Nardo gray, which I think looks really awesome and it matches the black really well. Or we could do something a little bit crazier, like a Subi blue. It's gonna be Subaru powered, so I mean that would be kind of fitting. Or like a red or something else. I don't know. I'll have a little pull up in the top right. I'm not sure how it would look with a bright color. I don't think I would like it. So I think like a gray, a black, a green, a tan, something like that would be ideal. Keeping it this color is totally an option, but we'll definitely still at least get it painted this color instead of it being Plastidip. I love Plastidip, it's just, I'm tired of it peeling up and not looking as nice as I'd like it to. But like, damn, does she look good? She looks so much better than when we started this video. I mean, it's still bad back here where it's rusty, but now the interior is nice. It's not dreadful to be in. We're gonna get started on this thing kind of soon. I wanna button some things up on the battle van first, and I need to order some stuff for this. We're gonna start off by fixing the brakes, which are a little weird. I'll go into that later. Pull the dash, flock the dash, since we're gonna have to pull the dash to do the brakes anyway. Hint, it's a brake booster, that's bad. I'm really excited to get back into this car, make it a little bit nicer. I'm really hyped. Hopefully you guys are too. I'm also really excited to do some rallycross events. Hopefully keep up with all the Subarus in my lifted Miata. Probably not. I don't think that will happen, but maybe. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, give it a dislike. If you were new to the channel, consider subscribing. And my arm's really tired. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Goodbye. Well then.